scene. Class vs. Crass. The mastermind of this operation is Jason Levine. Class vs. Crass. With the help of his scruffy buddy, 85 to the RGT. Class vs. Crass.
Good evening, all you beautiful people, and welcome to the Class vs. Crass Gaming Podcast, and Happy New Year's to everybody. Welcome back. I'm your host, Hey Jay. Joining me, as always, we've got the bearded one, Greg, to my left. And we have down below RGT. How are you guys?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Anything big happened in the last few weeks with you guys? Your country? No.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we all had a restful, non-eventful last few weeks off.
Yeah, nothing's happened. It's been really lax, quiet.
Gaming's been pretty quiet too, although last week's starting to pick up as well. If it is your first time joining us, don't subscribe for this podcast on this channel because we are moving. This is the final Class vs. Crass Gaming podcast on this channel. It was supposed to start on the Class vs. Crass, a dedicated channel for Class vs. Crass tonight, but YouTube smacked me down and said, no, you have to wait 24 hours. So that's my fault for poor planning. But next week, we're going to be over on the Class vs. Crass channel. If you want to follow us over there, the link is in the chat, and I'll be dropping it throughout the night. Otherwise, it is a 1-hour podcast where we go over all the latest in gaming. We also talk about what we've been playing over the holiday break, and then we save the last 15 minutes for the question round, the lightning round. That's where we take your questions, your topics, anything we missed. And lots to talk about tonight, but the big story is, of course, going to be the Monster Hunter Rise demo, which dropped a few days ago, and which I'm sure we will have a very nice civil discussion of on this podcast. And then we have a lot of other big stories, such as there's so many things I don't want to list them all. They're just going to be kind of like, hey, did you guys hear about this? I guess the other big thing is the Nintendo acquisition of what are they called? Next Level Games. And then there's so much like little news bits. Honestly, some stuff I didn't even realize happened, but thanks to our man behind the scenes, Treyon, he's been putting all these topics together, and we're going to knock as many of them as we can. All right, with that all out of the way, let's get started with Greg. What have you been playing that is not the Monster Hunter demo?
What have you been playing, Jason?
Oh, we can't go with me first.
I can't reverse that?
You can, actually. I like it because it's never happened before. Sean has never asked that of me before. Ever.
You don't play. What do you play? Oh, I played Hades. I really like it. Played the Monster Hunter demo. I didn't like it, and I'm going to get reamed about it.
I really appreciate that you give me like such a deep voice.
Yeah, someone has to.
No, actually, sir, I've been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Good game.
Very good game.
People chat on. People chat on the game, but it was ridiculous to me because it was a good game.
Yeah, I'm assuming you did not get the season pass.
I did. They gave me everything because I did a sponsored video with Ubisoft for it, and I was like, "Oh wow, it's actually a really good game," but nobody's gonna fucking believe me because it's a sponsored video. But thankfully, before I because the embargo, because I got the Switch version, so the embargo for reviews actually lifted like a day before my video went up. So I was like, "Look, assholes, this game got good reviews by everyone." Is everyone in on the conspiracy? No, it's just a good-ass game that nobody's going to fucking play because Ubisoft released too much shit right alongside of it.
Yeah. That was my concern. Playing the demo, I knew I'd love it. I knew I should not buy it at full price, so I waited till they did a 30% discount with the season pass, and I just bought everything, so I've been grinding my way through that. And it's just so good. It has the right level of combat, so I feel... As I'm expanding my gaming tastes, there's kind of the hack and slash combat, which is what I'm more comfortable with. And as I'm learning, there's the more precise strategic nature of combat, like what you see in Dark Souls and now what I'm learning, Monster Hunter. I feel Immortals is a little bit of both, where you need to be strategic, but you're still getting that fast pace hack and slash vibe to it. it's a little bit more forgiving too. And then outside of that, I've been playing Hades. It's really good. You should play it.
See, told you.
It's another great game. Finished. No, I didn't finish. Age of Calamity unlocked a really cool secret in that I didn't see anybody talk about, and I'm not going to spoil it. Just if you've beaten the story, keep playing it. If you've unlocked, just keep playing it. I unlocked this thing at about 70 to 75% total completion, and I couldn't believe that the game was giving me unlocks of that level that far into the game. So it was pretty exciting. I'm at like 80%. Finished Kakarot. Got the DLC for Kakarot, so now I'm going through that. And those are kind of the big highlights. Oh, and I got finally Shovel Knight, the whole thing on the PlayStation 4, so I can finally get my Shovel Knight Platinum. That's going to be a 2021 goal. Back over to you, Greg.
Surprise. Yeah, I don't know. This last kind of break we've like caught up a lot on shows and stuff. So like we started watching Clone Wars finally, and
so good.
Yeah, plugging away at that. And there's like so much stuff that like within the Star Wars universe too that I like, that it kind of fills some of the potholes. Kind of along the way, you learn a lot more. So we've been like pretty heavy into that. Did play some games, so I picked up Cold War, so I've been grinding away at Cold War. Kind of took a break from Apex Legends a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of still in it, but I got a new controller. I was supposed to get the Elite 2 controller, and I like backed out at the last minute because I had played with so many Power A, just the regular wired controllers. Mm-hmm. So I ended up buying the $79.99 Fusion one that does have the paddles and stuff, and I really like it for being. I don't know if it's because I'm cheap or it's just because I like the style of the Power A controllers, but I don't know. I really like that it has the paddles and you can program buttons easily, and I've noticed quite a difference, especially in Warzone, because I started playing that too. But in Cold War,
are you? Sorry to interrupt, but do you have you tried the PDP controllers by any chance?
Yeah, I've tried in the past, like the Afterglow and a couple of those. I feel like Power A's has a little bit, is a step above their quality. I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference, but I don't know if Sean's felt this too, but like with the new Xbox controller, did I mention this last time how it sticks with the right trigger?
I don't think so.
Like I found I have both the white one and the black one, but when I hold down the right trigger for a long time, it gets stuck down on both of them.
The paint is so fresh.
I don't know. I think it's the little gel, like those like silicone gels that they have inside the controller that separates like your button press from the actual like sensor on the. I
actually do, because I just took apart a controller last week.
Yeah. So it feels like that's getting stuck somewhere. I don't know if it's within the sleeve that the trigger's in or what, but I've noticed that a couple of times now. And I was like, this is kind of whack. But, old trusted Power A, their Fusion controller works pretty well, on both on console and on PC. Outside of that, I did play the Monster Hunter Rise demo today, as a matter of fact.
Hold your impressions for the next topic.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I played. I've been finding it so hard to get back into Cyberpunk. I like did a couple missions and I just like set it down again.
Oh man, you were really looking forward to that game, weren't you?
I know, and it does not. I don't know, maybe I have to be in the right mindset. I like playing Control more than I like playing Cyberpunk, which is very odd, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
But you, Sean, what you been playing?
I've been playing some Cold War as well. I only play Nuketown 24/7, and I have a silenced Mac 10 that I run around with and just kill people and play hardpoint domination, team deathmatch, and kill confirmed. Somehow I'm a level 72 second prestige.
Damn.
Damn.
Somebody's been busy.
It's like my therapy game. NBA 2K21 on the Xbox. Been playing that. Monster Hunter Rise demo. Burnout Paradise Remastered on the Switch. A good bit of that. It's actually a very good port of it. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Just pretty much that stuff.
All right, so you're saying you're going to bury me.
Yeah.
I have the whole Monster Hunter community who has come to my channel to tell me
here's
that
the
it's not an inviting game.
This is like a vegan going to a burger restaurant and then being like, I don't like this burger. Like, no fucking shit. You don't like the Monster Hunter franchise. Why would you think that a mainline Monster Hunter game would be easily accessible to you when none of them have ever been that way? The only somewhat accessible one
I didn't know that.
was Monster Hunter World, that was designed to be more accessible.
Okay, so I did not know that the franchise as a whole is not accessible. I only hear everybody saying, you got to play this game, you got to get into it. So, hey, a demo comes along, it's free, I'm going to try it. Everybody's excited about Rise. Everyone's saying, oh, this is going to be probably like more, I think it was you that was saying it's going to be more, have more mass appeal than previous titles. So I picked it up, didn't know what the hell was going on. There was so many things going on my screen. In fact, I made a video about it. You should really check it out.
You know, there's a tutorial, right?
I did the tutorial. Are you talking about a hit? Yeah, I did.
Did you go to the intermediate or to the...
I did everything. So I did first the tutorial. I did it because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then they taught me how to run, which was good. Riding the dog was fun. I enjoyed that. And did you know that you can actually like, what's that word? Skid with the dog? It's not skid. Glide?
Drift?
Drift. Yeah. It's really cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it feels awesome. So you can drift. I actually knew thanks to this amazing article on NintendoNinjas.com, which you should check out. And then they're like, okay, go fight the monster. I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't even know it was a strategic game. So, of course, I'm trying to whack this thing. And every, like, button press, you have to wait 3 seconds for, like, this guy, like, hang on, unsheathing my weapon. Now I am winding up.
Depends what weapon you use.
Well, the first one was the massive, like, blade that is 3 times your size.
Well, yeah, that's the slow weapon, Jason. There's multiple weapons. There's multiple characters.
So I tried one that looked like a katana. It turns out it's not a katana. It's like you hold it with 2 hands, and then there's like a massive blade at the end. Also slow. The bow, I tried the bowman or whatever. The range fighting was okay, but I tried that on intermediate, and that monster destroyed me because I didn't know what I was doing. So I've learned that it's a game. So a lot of veterans came and said, this is the kind of franchise you need to put in a lot of time, and you need to study and read and go in with another veteran to learn. You have to have the patience to learn what this game is about. And once it clicks,
I don't even necessarily think that's the case.
Well,
because I have zero patience.
Exactly.
Somewhere along the way, I managed to understand it's not hard. There's a monster. You have to kill said monster. You have a bunch of stuff. Like maybe the menu system can be a bit off-putting and how that sort of stuff works, which they've actually changed for this game. But the core mechanic is kill the monster. I don't understand what's hard about that.
Or trap it.
Or trap it. Yeah, everyone kills it.
You can trap it?
Well, I think there are certain missions where you have to, like, your goal is to trap it, but those are like, I don't know, they have like timed missions sometimes to do stuff like that.
So when I was reading all this feedback, I was like, there's no way Sean put in this much patience into a game. I'm like, that's impossible. I can't imagine you being there with your glasses and being like reading manuals and trying to learn the perfect technique. And I get that it's kill the monster, but there's no, like, of course the demo's not going to tell you, but Monster Hunter doesn't give off exactly the biggest sense of lore of like, okay, here's this great epic tale, and within it.
Oh, there's not epic tales. There never has been.
Right.
This one's actually probably going to have more so of a story from what we've seen. How have you never played a Monster Hunter game until now?
Well, this is what I'm trying to fix. 2 years ago, I had never played a Castlevania game. And now I've played most of them. I'm like, oh, it's a good franchise. I can have a conversation and say, this is good, this is bad. And I'm trying to do the same with other franchises that I've ignored over the years, one being Monster Hunter. And I just got destroyed by this demo because I'm like, whoa, this is so far left field. I don't know what I'm doing.
So you couldn't beat the demo?
No, I beat the first monster. I could not beat the intermediate one. But when I beat the first monster, I'm like, well, this is not fun. because I wasn't understanding what I'm chasing it. I'm just wailing on it, but I'm getting all this damage. And then the guy's like, your stamina, your stamina. I'm like, where the hell's my stamina? And then
it's right below your head.
Okay, no, I know where it is. But like to get the ration, you have to open a menu, and then you have to like within the wheel, there's another slider, and then you have to get that, equip it, push a button, all while you're moving the camera.
Menu.
Yeah, is the quick menu separate from the wheel menu?
Yeah,
I just usually cycle through.
Use a D-pad and you cycle through. It's right there.
Here's another question. It came up in the Discord. Can you lock your camera to the monster?
Yes, it tells you how to lock on.
And then you just run and the camera will auto pan and follow you?
Somewhat.
Yeah, it like resets to focus on the monster.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get it to do that.
I thought in World it focused, but I might be wrong.
But in Rise? In the demo?
Rise, I think Rise just you hit the L button and it refocuses.
Or no, you hit the R stick in.
Right, so I was doing that, and that gives you an arrow that says the monster's over there, but you still have to manually guide the camera to look at it.
No, you tap L.
And that'll refocus on the monster?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess I wasn't doing it right. Anyways, outside of my criticism, what do you guys think, since you guys are fans of this series?
So it's pretty much just user error on your part.
Yes, I don't deny that.
What I find weird is like this is probably the most like it's evolved over the years to be more inviting for new players, and it's like very different from I think like the Castlevanias where like that's just kind of been the style of the game, whereas like this one's like at least evolved over the years to be more inviting. Like I remember in I think the Wii U port. Like you still had whetstones that you had to.
This one has.
I think you only had but they weren't unlimited. I think you had to pick them up and carry them with you in your item box as well too. But
so, where did you start, Sean, in the franchise? What got you into it?
I played them on a variety of systems. I played it on PS2, PSP, 3DS, Monster Hunter Tri.
Those early ones were super niche, weren't they?
Somewhat, but I was working at GameStop at the time, so
okay.
I had access to them all. And then Generations Ultimate.
Okay. So from what I gather in this new one, the big changes are you have a mount and you have the spider silk that lets you do stuff.
Yeah.
So do you guys like that? Good changes?
Yes. Definitely. It makes traversal a hell of a lot easier and faster. There's no load times in between going on the map like there used to be. Well, they got rid of that in World, but in every other one, it would have to load when you go into a different section.
That was the pits.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Especially if you fought a monster in one area, then it limped off back the other way. Fuck. Wait for the loading screen.
So like the numbers on the maps were all like new load screens?
Yeah.
Ugh. That's
Even
gross.
Generations Ultimate on the Switch has that.
A lot of people are saying, as a newcomer, I should start with Worlds. That's kind of like the friendliest entry point.
Yeah, it is.
I still think that the menu is still trash, though. Like, I hate the way like you have to. I didn't do the multiplayer in the demo, but like how you have to post a mission and then accept the mission quest and then wait and then. I just wish that would get a little easier for matchmaking.
Did you guys mostly play single player in your Monster Hunter history, or did you do multi?
It depends. I would say probably 70-30 single to multi.
Yeah. And I think if my fiance can get into Monster Hunter World, and
she got into Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, she played too, and we got to like the end game, and we just haven't gone back to like finish the last bit of it.
Oh.
But I mean, what's like 13 chapters or something like that, I think. But I mean, if she can do it, Jason.
I mean, yeah. Thanks.
Jason.
But hey, I had the same thing with Animal Crossing. I remember Animal Crossing. I was like, I don't know if I'd like this. And then I tried it. I was like, this game sucks. And then I went off to put in 300-400 hours into it. So I'm a lot more.
It's not even a game. The Animal Crossing isn't a game, though.
It's a game. It helps process all the world's anxiety. You're like, the
It's a
world's going to
simulation.
shit. I'm going to work on my little island.
The world has always been going to shit.
Yeah, but sometimes it hits harder than others.
Does it?
Sometimes.
Wait, we're gonna. Never mind.
No, we're not.
I mean, there was a couple world wars, Black Plague.
I didn't live through that, but if I did, I could tell you, I would want some.
Imagine if they had fucking social media during those times. Jesus fuck. That'd have been terrible.
I could make some movies out of that, parody movies out of that. All right, let's start going into our other topics. There's a lot of stuff here.
Can I just say one last thing about the
sure.
Monster Hunter demo? I was surprised they had the. I might be mistaken, but isn't this like the first time there was like destructible environments in it?
Yes, destructible environment. Yes.
Like I remember the first.
And the one thing oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that first quest where they like crashed into the building, like in the like little water area. I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't realize that was included.
We didn't even talk about the best part, which is the fucking visuals.
No, the music actually. I love the music.
It's running RE Engine and it looks spectacular. It's already one of the top 5 looking Switch games out. Period.
And
you could easily make a case for it being high, 1 or 2.
It looked like all the other Monster Hunter. A lot of ground textures and rocks and forests.
God. What do you play it on? A 12-inch monitor?
No, I played on my 55-inch. It's 55-inch back there.
When you play...
Oh, no way. I played on this monitor.
When you play an Xbox Series X game on a proper TV and the LG CX 65-inch, and then you play your average Switch game, it's very jarring,
yes.
Going from one to another. With this game, there's no jar. There's no jar whatsoever.
That's good. I really love the music, though.
Play it again.
I mean, I will. I've gotten so much...
Stream it.
I did stream. I streamed it yesterday, and that's how I got some help, and apparently I need to stream it again and give it another
I'll jump in with you.
And get more help.
Yes.
I won't jump in with you, but I'll watch.
You never want to jump in.
Watch it burn.
I'll watch.
It'll be in the back throwing cigarettes at me.
Yes.
Have you ever thrown cigarettes at anyone?
Cigarettes are expensive.
After you're done smoking it.
Like a butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. First story is Kirby developer HAL Laboratory teases a new project for for 2021. Did you guys pick up on that?
Yeah, I didn't talk about it though.
So, their quote was, "We at HAL Laboratory will continue to deliver games in 2021 filled with 3 key values: surprise, fun, and warmth." Thank you very much.
Maybe it should add difficulty to one of those things, because that's where those games have been lacking severely.
So our last one was Part-Time UFO. When was the last Kirby game?
Let's not count that. Let's say the last game was Kirby Star Allies.
What was the one you drew on the gamepad?
Oh, Rainbow Curse.
Was that one of those?
Hated that game.
I'm not going to hear any slander about Rainbow Curse, because I was a fan of Canvas Curse, which was on the DS, which was the predecessor.
Maybe it was better, because remember a lot of the Wii U games, they tried to do what worked on a DS because the screens are next to each other, but then on a Wii U, where your screen's in your lap and the TV's up there, it just did not work.
Yeah. Okay, I can give you that. Yeah. Canvas Curse was pretty fun, though.
Looked nice.
The problem is the games are just too fucking easy. And it's not like the original Kirby was necessarily like a super easy game. Like, I don't know. It's just Kirby games have just fallen into a really weird formula. And it's just like, we'll throw in one new mechanic and that's it. And there you go. It's that classic Kirby. And it's like, it needs a refresh,
I wish they were the same.
Kirby used to be huge.
I wish they were the same difficulty as like the Yoshi's Island games. Like,
yes.
Or they're like, they have like the very casual mode. You can run through the level, you can beat it and move on to the next one. But then there's like hell of stuff like hidden above the map, or like secret areas that you wouldn't have gone back to unless you had, this or this power up or shot something or noticed something. But yeah, they are like, ever since like after like Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Dream Land 2, I don't know.
The robot one on the 3DS was really good.
Planet Robobot. Yeah, but I mean, it was still easy.
It was easy. Like it was fun though. It wasn't so easy that it was boring. It was still fun, but it was easy. And what was the one right before that? Planet Robobot, and then there was Triple
Deluxe.
Was it Triple Deluxe?
Yeah.
The kind of focused more on the 3D. Both of those were good. But I agree with you, Greg. Like if they could do like a Yoshi's Woolly World with Kirby, like that level, I loved Woolly World because I played it with a lot of family members that just don't play video games, and they were able to have fun. And then for me to collect and go out and do the harder stuff, that was there for the more advanced player. So do you guys think we're going to get another Kirby game this year, and do you think it's going to be a fun one?
Yes, and I think it'll be another formulatic game.
And it'll be warm.
Didn't they? Oh no, the Kirby Cafe's been out for a while. So stay tuned.
They just need to do something different and fun with it.
I wish they would do something 3D instead of sticking to the 2D.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you had, what was the one on 64 that was like,
no, it wasn't Crystal Shards.
I think it was.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar. Yeah,
like that one had a nice mix of like the 2.5D camera views and like, but it was so slow. God.
But we've never seen Kirby like in a full 3D setting, right?
No, not in a full 3D game.
I don't think they'll do it, but I would love to see it.
It'd be too much work.
Probably. Next piece of news, we got another random accessory come out of the history of video games with the Work Boy. Did you guys see that keyboard that you can plug into your Game Boy?
Oh, yeah.
What a random relic. So this keyboard was it wasn't even twice the width of an actual Game Boy. I don't know if you guys saw pictures of this. Actually, let me get this up on screen here for you guys. Let me just get rid of this random ad of shaving legs.
What?
I don't know. Nintendo enthusiasts, they have weird ads. So here's the keyboard. This reminds me of like a Mattel toy or something. Or like an early BlackBerry. Really chunky.
It's like everybody was just trying to cash in on it. Yuck.
It's crazy. I wonder. I don't know. I actually didn't read the story. I just thought that was cool. I wanted to show it off.
No, you didn't read the story. Proper journalism here.
I'm not a journalist, and I've never.
You don't own it. You don't own it. You don't run a website.
I run a website, but I don't pretend we're journalists. It's a community-driven website with community contributors, and we are all hobbyists. Not the next journalist.
Is that specified anywhere on your?
It is
website?
if you read the letter of the founder, and I'm also going to make it more obvious now because you're assuming things.
Unbound Studio. I thought they were gone.
Still open. Next we've got. So these were some topics that were sent in a little bit, so they're older, but.
You have an example widget on your contact us, by the way. You might want to update that.
Thanks. Next up, we got Nintendo acquires Luigi's Mansion 3 developer Next Level Games.
Why are they Luigi's Mansion 3 developer?
Because that's what they're known for.
NHL Hits. NHL Hits was their first game, multi-platform. Captain America. They did a Captain America game. Federation Force. Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Because that's what
Captain America game did they do?
I think it was Universal Soldier on the Xbox 360 and PS3.
The one published by Sega?
Maybe. Let's see.
I think they also did Luigi's Mansion 2. No.
This game was fucking good.
Yes, it was. America? It was published by Sega.
Yeah, the combat in that game was very well done. I really liked that game.
It was their last multi-plat.
Cool. I've never seen.
But I mean, a lot of companies take on licensed products because it's easy money.
Yep. Oh, they also did Punch Out on the Wii.
Yeah.
And Mario Strikers Charged on the GameCube.
Punch Out, another game on the Wii that I liked its art style. Very well done.
Sorry, Mario Strikers Charged was on the Wii as well, but they did the GameCube one.
You shut up, Jason.
The non-charged one.
It'll be interesting to see if anything comes from this acquisition, though,
And
because
Spider-Man.
when you look at their output, it's pretty lacking.
Yes.
But I wonder if they've done like other work behind the scenes at Nintendo that they were contracted to do, and maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah, but they would at least get, some sort of some credit and special thanks or something. You never see anything.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't think an acquisition straight up tells us anything about it. I don't understand the reasoning of why Nintendo would want to acquire them either, if they were pretty much solely focused on Nintendo IPs since 2013.
Better safe than, you could say the same thing about Rare.
Yeah,
look what happened.
But as many times as I've heard like random stories about Nintendo and like how they operate business and stuff, it could have been, they could have presented something that if they wanted to continue moving forward with the project, that maybe that was Nintendo's cards that they showed, that they said, well, if you want to do this project, then acquisition, or maybe they had something ambitious. But I don't know, I think it's really interesting to see hear Sony talk about acquisitions of studios, and Xbox just opening its big ass wallet to acquire all these, and then Nintendo sliding in at the tail end of after everything's all said and done, it's like, oh yeah, we'll take you too.
What I find weird is the fact that Nintendo didn't bother to acquire Alpha Dream, which went bankrupt last year. So they're the developers behind the Mario and Luigi series. And I know, Sean, you could say that it's not selling, that it was selling less and less. But
were they really doing anything with the franchise, though? Were they doing anything unique or different?
I feel they could have. They weren't trying. The last couple ones were remixes with that little add-on content.
Let's buy a company that's not trying. That's who I want to buy.
How much of that is Nintendo and how much of that is Alpha Dream?
Who made the game?
Alpha Dream, but we don't know how much creative control Nintendo gives these studios.
I'm sure none.
That's what I would assume. They probably just come in and they say, we want you to make this game. You're not allowed to use any of these characters. Only use Mario and Luigi. Only call them Mario and Luigi. They can't have these personality traits. You can't talk about all these things. And the villain has to be Bowser. Go.
Basically made Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah. And you can put in the paper guy if you want.
Yeah. I just think Alpha Dream was kind of overrated, so it didn't really hit with me.
Yeah. Next up, we've got. I've learned that Minecraft Earth. Do you guys remember that game?
It's gone now. They got rid of.
It's shutting down in June. So that was Mojang's answer to Pokemon Go, and it's didn't do so well apparently.
Yeah, I didn't even know that game existed, but there's. It's so weird how even they've opened up pretty much all the monetization, they've removed it, and so a lot of the stuff in the game's going to be free. So it's what a weird thing though for anybody that spent money in it and it's for nothing, and then it's all gone.
I forgot it wasn't even a thing.
It's not the money's gone. That money made wonderful memories that will be with you forever.
Yeah, bullshit.
It's I tried it when it launched because I was really into Pokemon Go, and I was really kind of up for all of these AR games. But it was conceptually kind of flawed, because I think the idea was about building things, and you could go out in the world and you could see what people were building. But with Pokemon Go, let's say you do use AR, and I know a lot of people, myself included, who've turned off AR. So if you have AR, you put up your phone and you just flip the ball and you get it. With Minecraft Earth, to my understanding, you would have to hold up the phone and you're like, all right, I'm going to build a whole thing. And it's very different. What the expectation of the player is, it's a lot more involved. Anyways,
Yeah.
I won't miss it.
I don't think many will.
Next, we've got some eShop news with Shantae and Mr. Driller, which are among some DSiWare titles disappearing from the eShop.
That have been added back.
Right. So that was the other thing. So the eShop has done a bunch of weird things. Doing that, and then apparently Nintendo is now not allowing games to sell for less than, I think it's $1.99.
I'm working on confirmation of that.
Is it just a rumor at this point?
It's from one developer.
Apparently, the reasoning behind it was so that people could not game the system to get to the top of the charts and get more flexibility.
But there's still games that are less than $1.99 that are currently on there, so it's not 100% true in some sort of way. I think there's more to the story than it is. I'm actually trying to get a quote from someone.
Well, I know we both know someone that could get you some good answers, and I think they've been exploiting that. So they'd be a good person to ask. Next up, what else do we have? Man, everything else is very light. Scott Pilgrim physical. I mean, that's cool. I'm not buying it though.
Who are you
What a
talking
massive
about?
set.
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
I said who?
Who?
Yeah, can you look in the Discord? I put a name in there.
I can't look in the Discord, but I'll tell you on Facebook.
Who's Hamburger?
How'd you guess?
I've got him.
The Hamburger Man.
The Hamburglar.
Yes.
That's okay. Yeah, that's it. Because he hit me up about something today, and so I was reading the story, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder."
Yeah. They'd have a very interesting opinion of it, I'm sure. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim. Well, I guess you're not buying it, Greg, because you've pretty much noped limited run.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm didn't really like Scott Pilgrim, like the franchise, the comic, or I don't know.
I've never played
Not
it.
for me.
I've never seen the movie. I hear it's a great beat 'em up. I might buy it.
I'm surprised you haven't
But-
played it.
I don't care about the movie though.
I didn't care about the movie either.
Yeah,
I-
and that box is huge though.
Well,
The limited run box.
there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't understand the cult following behind it, honestly. I don't know if it developed during the visual novel, but yeah, I saw the movie. I was like, all right, it's an okay movie. I don't love it, don't hate it. And then the game is just a fun beat 'em up. And when I played, I got on the PS3 back in the day, and back then there was a lot less beat 'em ups, so it was just refreshing to play that kind of game. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. And then I guess the last thing we can talk about is Nintendo Direct.
There we go.
There's a silly leak. We're not really going to talk about that. But I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. I just want to speculate because I think it's going to happen. We've got a first-party Nintendo title dropping in a few weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. When was the last one?
No, I mean, there's been various degrees of it. Third-party presentations. I think there will be one because you have to talk about what the fuck Bowser's Fury is.
Exactly.
And more of the features that are in Super Mario 3D World. They actually updated the website on the back end stuff about a Nintendo Direct. On the Nintendo Direct website, they updated some of the stuff in the back end, which they don't do unless they're about to do something. So I think it's feasible. I don't think it'll be a full-on Direct. It might even just be a damn game-specific one. But something will happen soon.
I think so. I think it'll be definitely first party to just kind of lay the expectation for the next few months, but more importantly to share what Bowser's Fury is all about.
Yes.
Your call,
I just
Greg?
don't think it's. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I want something bigger to happen. Like I feel like we've there hasn't been a Direct or a partner presentation that's like really like oh, I have to watch this. Like I've caught most of them, after the fact. So I'd like to see, just for my own personal preference, like something bigger get announced. I think back to like the Switch launch and that whole reveal and everything surrounding it, and I haven't been really that excited about the Switch or Nintendo games really since then. Though I think the last one that I was like kind of looking forward to was the bundle, the Mario bundle, and then since then it's just been like Age of Calamity maybe.
And we've also got Zelda's 35th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
So, they could do a direct easily on Bowser's Fury, talk about Zelda, what's lining up for the year. There's still the Animal Crossing update with Mario things, and they're probably going to... Did they announce... I don't think they announced anything else, right? That was Mario related before the end of March?
Before the end of March, no.
Right. So maybe they're going to want to do a direct to just kind of like cap it off, but maybe it'll be... Yeah, just kind of sunset the whole Mario 35th anniversary so that they can...
Maybe actually explain what the hell happens on March 31st as well.
Yeah.
Everything leaves. Nintendo disappears and comes back at the next blood moon.
Well, like the other part too is this is about the time we start getting, drip feds shipped for E3, and like there's a big question mark if that is even going to... Yeah, if that's not going to happen, we're going to have like another...
I hope we don't have another fucking Games of Summer with fucking Jeff Keighley.
No. It's going to be a Games of 2021. Got to take it to the next level.
Oh, God.
12 months of Jeff.
Yeah.
And
12 months of getting fed crumbs. No thanks.
It's going to be crazy because we don't have PAX East, which was often a kind of a beacon for also getting like some early demos of the big launches of the spring. It's also when a lot of indie titles are released. So I think
keep on playing indie.
Yep. Don't forget to keep on playing indie.
Well, shit, that whole like PAX East, PAX Prime, PAX South. I mean, TGS post E3. You don't have GDC happening anymore. Like,
well, GDC is pushed to June, and PAX East is pushed to June. But again, I think that's all going to get canceled. So. Now you have like, they're not caught off guard. Everything's been changed. I think we're going to get a lot more digital presentations, not just from Nintendo either, but like there needs to be more indie showcases and probably the other players too. I'm sure Xbox and PlayStation are going to do some direct. Ubisoft's doing their what now? UB Forward stuff?
Maybe NintendoNinjas.com can host something.
Maybe they should. We should really like set that up. They're pretty good at that. Thank you, Kentucky, for the $5 donation, saying, any thoughts on Balloon Wonderoo game?
Fuck off.
What is Balloon Wonderoo?
Balloon Wonder World. It was a joke last night because no one can pronounce it. Nobody knows how to say it. I often say Wonderland instead of Wonder World. It also comes out on the same day as Monster Hunter Rise, and I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
What's it called? Properly?
Balloon Wonder World.
Wonder World.
Wonder World.
Did you see the intro cinematic to it?
Yes.
I was just... Ooh.
Blonde? How do you spell that? I can't...
BALAN.
BALAN.
Yes.
Bland. Balan. No D's. Balan Wonderworld.
Or Balan. It could be either.
I've been saying Balan Wonderworld, but I don't...
Well,
nobody knows how to say it.
If you had an M, you wouldn't say Malan. It's Balan.
You might.
You might.
You're talking about a language where read and read is spelled the same way. I read a book. I read a book. Spelled the exact same way. But you're going to sit here and say, oh, you might not say that. Come on.
Lead and lead?
Okay, this was at the last showcase. This is a Square Enix game. I'm trying to remember.
It's not a Square Enix game. It's a Yuji Naka game that is being published by Square Enix.
They're in the mix. What is this, a 3D puzzle platformer?
It's essentially my AAA Nights that I've been waiting for.
How could you not like it, Jason?
How do I not like Nights?
I'm going to punch you.
What? This game?
This game looks so charming.
It looks charming, but look how these characters run. They're running like they're on ice.
Maybe they are.
But they're not. They're on grass. They're on grass.
I'm gonna ultimate fight you.
What? Because I hate.
I don't like Monster Hunter. Okay. I don't like Yuji Naka games. I only play Hades.
It's a tough challenge.
I only play 2D roguelike adventures. I only play.
I played 2 in the last 2 years. I haven't played too many indies lately. But like, okay, I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying nothing is drawing me into it. What is
Hades? You're gonna say Hades isn't an indie game?
It is.
Yeah.
That's the one indie game I've played in recent memory.
No, I hardly ever play an indie game.
Okay, one every 3 months is not frequent.
Doesn't matter. It's more frequent than some.
Did I ever tell you guys about a game called A Short Hike?
Yes. I played it.
You should take one.
He's threatening. He's trying to threaten self-harm to me.
What?
Flag this video.
It's good for your lungs. Just walk up. Did you actually like A Short Hike?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was alright. Greg, have you tried it? I think you'd like it. It's very charming. It's bright. It's relaxing.
I might say I'll play it and never will. I don't know.
I'm fucking starving. You know what's wrong with me? I don't eat till like 3 in the afternoon. And like it seems to be becoming a problem.
Is that your breakfast at 3 in the afternoon?
That's the first meal of the day at 3.
Okay, right. And what time do you wake up though? If you wake
like
up at
10?
2, okay. Oh, okay, that's a problem. So now you're having lunch.
Yeah, I gotta order something. I'm starving.
Go for one of those 30-inchers.
Oh, Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Oh, man. Okay, there was one more topic. Tron reminded me that we didn't cover. This year is not only Zelda's 35th anniversary, it's also Fatal Frame's 20th anniversary.
And they'll do absolutely nothing for it.
Well, Koei Tecmo implies some celebration of Fatal Frame anniversary in 2021.
Yeah.
Quote, I am 90% sure, well, it's not a quote. I don't know who I'm quoting, but 90% sure it will be Wii U's Maiden of the Black Water.
I wish. It was a great game.
Not my type of game.
This is loaded nacho taco. That sounds dank.
Sounds amazing.
Give me 2 of those.
So the actual quote is, 2020 was a year where things that were normal were no longer normal. I'd like to look at what's important and what I love once more and create a game with a fresh perspective. 2021 is also the 20th anniversary of the Fatal Frame series, so I'd like to celebrate it in some way, if possible. That doesn't sound very promising.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe celebrate, if possible, please.
If they will let me, please make some noise.
If there's a chance, maybe they'll let me do something, and I can.
This was from designer Keisuke Kikuchi.
Here's something I want to know, and this is actually important.
Okay.
A loaded nacho taco that consists of seasoned beef, nacho cheese sauce, real shredded cheddar, crunchy red strips, is cheaper than a standard soft taco, but you get more shit.
That makes no sense.
In the loaded nacho taco. I'm not arguing. I mean, let's get 2 chicken soft tacos as well.
Want to send some my way?
You're a Nintendo ninja. You're fine. Oh God, this is expensive.
Gadget Mike, please tell me more about this. Actually, Sean has not heard of Hollow Knight. He needs to learn more. So please hit up his inbox.
Plenty about Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight and Hades are games he wants to hear more of in 2021. So please fill up his social feeds with that.
And some, can we do some Metroid speculation too?
I think an RGT shits would be a better appropriate series. Guess what gave him the shits yesterday?
Taco Bell doesn't necessarily give me the shits.
Well, Raisins gives you the shits. Taco Bell gives you the shits. The meat from 2 weeks ago gives you the shits.
Dude, everything gives me the shits too.
I mean, everybody poops, Jason. Did you not read that book as a child?
Everybody poops. Let's do lightning round.
I think maybe I poop excessively though.
Well, they say up to twice a day is healthy.
Oh, I'm talking like 7 or 8.
I'm usually like first thing in the morning. Like I'll have my cigarette and then I'll take a dump.
While smoking, or do you never do those two together? Non-smoker.
I don't smoke in the house.
What if you were like in an outback shack?
I mean, now in other houses I've lived in, I've smoked in. and I chat while smoking.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Have you ever eaten? Because like eating and shitting to me is taboo. You don't do both.
No.
Like a Snickers bar?
Oh, maybe it's a piece of candy. Or is alcohol involved? Because that's sort of a...
No alcohol. Alcohol breaks all the rules.
Okay. What is Sega doing in the era of throwback mini consoles with how beloved the Dreamcast is? Where are the Dreamcast Mini or Dreamcast game ports? It's a very good question. I don't know. I really don't know.
Didn't they just make some comments on this not too long ago? Like something about if we did it, it would be... I forget what the context was, but I thought there was some like
well,
hint, nudge, nudge.
They're shutting down their arcades. They're doubling down on
because
Yakuza
arcades
series.
are a dying breed, even in Japan, especially during a pandemic.
Yeah. They're doubling down on the Yakuza series.
Holy fuck! Greg, are you watching this Browns game?
No.
The score is 27-0. They're about to kick an extra point, and they're still in the first quarter. The Browns are absolutely shitting on the Steelers.
Which is like unheard of.
Holy shit. Sorry, it's American football, Jason. You still got the CFL up there, Canadian Football League?
We call it Beaver Toss here.
You got Kurt Warner. He was probably the most recognizable
I can see
player.
You're speaking the English language and making words with your mouth, but I'm not understanding anything you're saying.
Samurai swords.
Oh yes. Let me tell you of all of the different types of samurai swords over the last 1,000 years. Did you know in Ghost of Tsushima, that era, there actually weren't sheaths for katanas. Sheaths were because back then I think they kept... Oh man, my knowledge on that is dusty. But yeah, originally katanas were not sheathed. They developed that later on for some reason. And the reason that the blade points upward is so that they wouldn't...
Any thoughts of what Sega would do during the 20th anniversary of Sonic during COVID? Well, I know they had plans for Sonic stuff, but it was supposed to be announced last year. They were supposed to have like the Sonic Fan Fest or whatever, and then that all fell apart. I think they were supposed to do something at South by Southwest. I don't remember what the fucking name of it is, but they were supposed to do something there, and then that also fell apart. So I think they're just gonna have to do some sort of digital presentation. I would expect a Sonic compilation, because really, if you think about it, there hasn't been a Sonic compilation since the PS2 GameCube era. And there was actually some, like the Sonic Gems collection fucking kicked ass. It had like Sonic Fighters on there and Sonic R with improved controls and better graphics and shit like that. So I would love to see like a collection of like the Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Gems collection, just released as one game, charge like $40 for it.
Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors, put them together, $40.
Was there a Sonic Colors HD or something?
It was on the Wii. It was on the Wii only.
Yeah, it was on the Wii only.
But it was really good.
It had a great theme song too.
Yes, I listened to it regularly.
The colors seem so bright.
So good.
Yeah, but then Lost World was like...
Reach for the stars.
Yeah, but Generations and Colors, like that was a turning point for Sonic when everybody, I think, was agreeing, whoa, these are good games. And then Sonic Boom happened.
No, there were still people that hated them.
Yeah, but I think there was more of a general consensus that this is the right direction to go.
Dude, Generations on the 3DS was fucking awesome.
Because this is when they started mixing the 2D and 3D element more. Like they went more in. I also liked... Was this Sonic Boom on the 3DS? Yeah, I played only the demo, so I can't speak for the full game. I know that game got destroyed, I think. But when I played the demo, it was good. It was almost like it was sort of like a Metroidvania. Was it?
Because that's what I want in my Sonic games, Metroidvania.
Well, that's the thing. No, there was no speed. All the speed was removed, and it was all about using different characters with different abilities. What was that? Sonic Boom 3DS.
All right, we have questions. Wrap this up.
Go for it. I'm looking up Sonic Boom.
Big red button.
When should we expect the next Nintendo Direct? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a presentation this month. Am I saying it's a full-on Nintendo Direct? No, I'm not. I'm saying a presentation.
In 2 weeks.
Do you know if we will hear more about Nintendo's Year Before or after 3D World's release? Before. Because they have to talk about 3D World still.
This got 47 on Metacritic.
Yeah, great game. Metroidvania Sonic. Despite the rumors spreading around, do you think Nintendo will be introducing their next generation system later this year? Fuck no.
Did you go through all the questions?
No. What 3 games do you think will be in the Zelda Anniversary compilation? I think it depends on what they do with it. If they're trying to just do basic stuff like they did with Mario, if they're trying to expand upon it. I would say Ocarina, Twilight, and maybe Skyward Sword.
No Majora's Mask?
I said what I said.
Yeah, I'd say Ocarina, Skyward Sword, and I just can't, for the life of me, like picture a Zelda that I want to go back to as a third.
Right. I think they could do a top-down collection with the Oracle and the Minish Cap series.
If they did 2 collections, or one massive compilation, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Do you think Arcade 1-Up will bring in more virtual pinball games in the future? Arcade 1-Up is doing their CES announcements tomorrow, and I'm hearing that there's a certain game that I might be wearing a sweatshirt of that is going to be getting an Arcade 1-Up. And if it is, I'm going to shit my pants because I don't have fucking room for it. I'm hearing some... Huh?
How many arcades are you at?
6.
Damn. Plus the basketball thing?
Yeah, I need to buy a house with a basement. What the hell is Bowser's Fury? Who the hell knows? Do we watch hockey? I don't.
I don't. Don't look at me.
Final question. If Jay shuts up about it, will you try out Silk Song when it comes out? Maybe.
That's a good way around your rule. Because it's another game.
Yeah. Why is nobody going to the restaurant to get my food?
Because it's not ready.
I'd like to see a fucking Time Crisis cabinet.
I've heard... What did I hear? I know House of the Dead was one of them. Another racing game was one of them.
Hydro Thunder.
It needs to be fucking Daytona. And if it is Daytona, then I'm going to have another problem because I once again don't have room for that.
It has to scream out Daytona too. So that you just hear
it would be
Daytona, whatever it says.
I forgot CES was kicking off. Shit.
Oh, yeah. Wait, isn't that wrapped up by now?
No.
Well, last I would always attend because it was on my birthday, and then it was the 6th through the 10th. But I don't even know what it is now.
Is it happening, or is it just a live thing now?
I don't know, but tomorrow is when Arcade 1-Up is doing their CES 2021 announcements. Let me see if I can find the tease.
Which is weird because I got a bunch of stuff got revealed already prior to the actual big announcements.
The all digital CES continued. So I guess CNET is doing stuff with it.
Starring Jeff Keighley.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
Hi, guys.
So they're saying Tuesday? What about Monday? When is the Arcade 1-Up announcement? I hope I wake up and they're already in there.
Well, if you wake up late enough, I think you'll be fine.
Ow!
You all right there?
Something bit me.
That's concerning because you live alone, don't you?
Well, yeah, like a bug or something.
I'd like to bite you.
Sure it's not your raccoon friend or your gopher that you brought in?
No, I don't bring them inside.
Well, maybe they dug away in. All right. Well, let's wrap it up there then. What do people have to look forward to, you guys, from this week?
Fury, fire, and famine.
Wow. Greg, what's going on in your world?
Not too much. I did actually got off my ass and wrote a feature this last week or so. Surprises about Rocket League, but it was about a lot of the changes that went into from 2019, the acquisition by Epic Games, and a bunch of stuff, but I've been trying to get back into writing more consistently. I did an unboxing video for the Xbox Series S over the break, and I just never put it out. But I'm looking forward to, like I said before, do something, some more content in that vein. But at enthusiast_Greg on Instagram and on PCinvasion.com, and maybe a hobbyist site, Nintendo Ninjas.
Come join the ninjas. We want
you paying me?
I'll pay you in tacos.
How?
I place order for tacos and they arrive at your house based on how much content you give me.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
I think there's something to be said there. And you don't know what you're doing this week?
People are saying we effed.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
We're good.
I have no fucking clue what I'm doing this week.
I do. I got 2 more videos for you guys. I've got my review of Super Meat Boy Forever. Oh, we didn't talk about Super Meat Boy Forever. Anyways, I made a video about it. Garbage game. Garbage game. It's fine if you like auto runners. It's not fine if you didn't realize it was an auto runner.
I didn't realize that.
Right? So I bought it on the name alone, and lo and behold, it's a game you just push one button. You just got to learn when to push that button. There you go. You got that's the bulk of my review. It's 6 minutes of me complaining about that. I've also got the next Castlevania Diary coming out, so I finished Order of Ecclesia. So now we're going to be moving on to the Lord of Shadow series. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Lord of Shadows. And I'm moving on to those because I already have them. So I will get around to Castlevania Judgment someday. I don't know when. If you do want to catch my next Castlevania stream, it's now on Twitch every Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays I do another random game every Thursdays. And do subscribe to the Class vs. Crass YouTube channel, because that's where we're going to be next week. It's where we're supposed to be this week, but then YouTube said no. So busy week here. Also, yeah, do check out NintendoNinjas.com if you want to check out my new Nintendo site, which has a bunch of awesome contributors. You'll probably find more content from other people than from me, which is a good thing because other people make better content than I do. So do check all of that out. Otherwise, we'll see you on the new channel, new place, same time, same people, next Sunday. And until next time, keep it classy, or as Sean would say.
Keep it classy.
Or as Greg would say.
A little bit of both.
Have a good night, everyone.